Hi, I'm Joey Blanco with RWB Realty Group and welcome back to the channel. So before we get started, I'd like to ask a favor of all of you, and if you could subscribe to my channel and like the video, make a comment, whatever. It really helps out with the channel and it helps this information get out to more people. So I'm going to get right into it. Today I'm going to talk about disclaimer and disclosure statements. And so I've had a few clients ask some questions. They really didn't understand what the disclaimers and disclosures were about. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about it real quick and hopefully clear a few things up. So according to Oklahoma state law, I believe it's Title 60-833, it talks about disclaimers and disclosure statements. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically a seller of a property located in the state shall deliver or cause to be delivered one of the following. And so you either make a statement or sign a disclosure statement that says either A, that you have never occupied the property and you make no disclosures and you have no actual knowledge of any defect. Now, if you're a seller, this will be, a lot of times I find this in rental homes that are going up for sale. Let's say it's been a rental home for about 5 years or so, and the owner has never occupied it. Okay, well, they've taken care of this piece of it. And then, since they've never occupied it, they say that they have no actual knowledge of any defect. So you will see a lot of times, and let me move my thing over here, this form will be filled out. And so it's Appendix B, and basically you're signing a statement that says that you make no disclosures and you have no actual knowledge. And so instead of filling out one of these forms that actually talk about potential issues, they will fill out this form. And according to state law, that's perfectly legal. Now, something I need to get out there is I'm not providing legal advice to anybody here. This is just my personal opinion, okay? As far as when I think you should fill out one or the other, you need to read the state law and follow that. Your realtor already knows what the state laws are, but you need to follow the state laws. That being said, so you can fill out this and you'll see a lot of flippers and a lot of renters fill out this form. However, I have a problem personally with this piece right here. Has no actual knowledge of any defect. Well, I mean, if you're a flipper, you went through that home and you may have found some defects. And so now you have knowledge. Maybe you corrected the defects. One example is a foundation issue. And so if you found while you bought a property to flip that you had a foundation issue and you fixed it and it's good to go now, you still need to disclose that. So if I am representing a seller, I am going to suggest to them that they fill out the full disclosure statement that talks about all of these things. And we're going to go over this here shortly. So back to Title 60. The next form is the big one, and it's the most common form, and it's the one that talks about all of these issues. Okay, and so if you have any knowledge of any of these issues, and I'm not going to read them all, if you want to go to the Title 60 and read it, you can, or you can download the form because it laundry lists everything that you need to disclose. Then this is what you need to do. And so from a seller's standpoint, you need to be honest and you need to fill this thing out honestly. You cannot hide issues. Now, a lot of this is self-explanatory. If it's got a sprinkler system, swimming pool, sump pumps, plumbing, and hey, is it working? Is it not working? Do you not know if it's working? Or is it not included? In this case, there is no sprinkler system and there is no swimming pool. So we're going to continue. We're going to scroll down. And so in this example, it appears it's not in a flood zone. Okay. They checked yes here. So anytime you check yes, you're going to want to explain why you're checking yes. And if you're a buyer, you're going to want to pay attention to this column here. If they're checking yes, then you need to scroll down and and here they talk a little bit more about it. So approximate age of the roof, 3 years, number of layers, 1. Now you may be asking yourself, well, why do I need to know how many layers are on the roof? Well, the number of layers becomes important when it comes time to replace the roof. So let's say that you had some hail damage to your roof and you need a new roof. And so you have one of two options. If there's only 1 layer on the roof, you can have a roofing company come in and give you a quote and say, look, it's going to be $10,000 to replace that roof. However, we could do it for 8 if you just let us put a roof on top of a roof. And so sometimes people will go for that. However, when you have to replace that roof again, and now you've got 2 layers of roofing, well, now that cost that you saved, you're going to lose because the labor to remove 2 layers of roofing is more than just 1 layer. Now, sometimes people say, well, you know what, we're getting ready to move out of this house anyway, and so it's not going to affect me. And I believe that this is why that's in here, so that the buyer will understand what they're getting into. So it talks about termites. Okay. And here they checked yes. So apparently they had some termite issues. Now, in Oklahoma, termite issues are not the end of the world here. It's just the way that it is. A lot of homes have termites. However, has it been taken care of? Did they do the repairs necessary? Do they have monitoring? In this case, they do have monitoring. So me personally, I wouldn't be too worried about this, that they checked yes, as long as they did the steps necessary to remedy the problem. Okay. And then we're going to scroll down. This is pretty common. Do you share a fence with your neighbor? Okay, you would check yes here. And then we'll scroll down. Now, if you answered yes to any of the questions, then this is where you would put that information. And so they tell you here that the home was treated in 2020, the roof was replaced in 2021, and a new HVAC in 2020. So that's good information. Now, this is an older disclosure form, and so let me bring you to a newer one. Okay, here's a newer digital, same thing. It talks about the same exact things, except this was digital and easier to fill out. And so we're going to scroll down here, see what they answered yes on. Okay, here's an example. Are you aware of any previous foundation repairs? Yes. So we're going to scroll down all the way down to the bottom and see what they said about that. Okay, so for line item 13, foundation repairs were made as suggested by a foundation company, and it comes with a transferable warranty. New roof and decking installed May of 2023. And so the items that they answered yes to, they explained down here in the bottom. And so let's see, last example. Okay, this is an old school form again. Let's see what's going on with this house. Now here, they added a lot of information that you necessarily don't have to, you're not required to say when the garbage disposal was replaced or the vent hood, but these people went above and beyond and they gave that information, and that's good information to know. And so we'll scroll down. Roof is 10 years old, 1 layer. So that's good. And then common easements. Okay, here again, north and east fences. No HOAs. If there are any HOA dues, it will be in this section here, 42. And then here they hand wrote a bunch of stuff, talking about solar tubes, the roof was replaced, the HVAC. And these people really did a good job of just really informing the buyer of everything that's going on to their knowledge with that house. So, I hope that this helps you to understand. I wasn't going to go over line by line everything. A lot of it is self-explanatory. And if you're selling a property, this is something that if you have any questions, the realtor can't answer this for you. You got to answer these questions. You're the homeowner, and you're the one that knows these things. But if you have a question about something, what do they mean by this? What's radon gas? Your realtor can explain that to you. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this helped. Again, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be great. And as always, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, please give me a call at RWB Real Estate. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Thank you.